down, holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland, in my own homeland. Enjoying the bright, the warm sunlight. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight in my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely blessed. My own homeland, north or south.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. Today is Monday, and when it's Monday, we have Really Current. But today, Really Current is something really special. We will be premiering Errol Bean new video titled My Pretty Island. And also, we have joining us as well is some notable musicians. We have Mr. Wayne Armond. We have Mr. Dennis Rushton. And of course, we have the legendary Miss Pam Hall as well will be joining us. We also have LaShawna Griffith out of Barbados. And she will be telling us about her new book. And it's Melanin Drops. So stick and stay, don't go nowhere unless you have to get your tea or your coffee, whatever beverage you consume this time. We'll be right back with my podcasting team. Top of the morning, crew. Top of the morning. How you all doing this morning?
Bless up the morning, everyone. Bless up the morning.
Welcome.
Top of the morning.
I see some bright face there. Oh, a lot of people this morning. Who is that tiger? So,
Lick Pector.
So, Mr. Bean, the thinking bean. How you doing this morning?
I am good. I'm blessed, and I feel especially blessed to see on screen. Just the face ones now. Two of my favorite persons. These are two of the gentlemen who launched me into my dream of creating music. Although I didn't become a star. No, sure it's too late. But anyway, Dennis Rushton, and the great Wayne Armond, Dennis Rushton, and the great Chalice Wayne Armond and Pam Hall of camera. These are three people who have done some great work with me, and I am especially blessed. Look forward to hearing from LaShawna, and who have not met. And my sister is supposed to come on from New York too, and don't know where she is now, but expected to be a very blessed morning on this National Heroes Day. Let me just say that.
Whoa.
National Heroes Day 2021, when 215 of our nationals will be awarded and honored. And we look forward to seeing the repeat. I was watching it a while ago, but I have to focus on this because this is national business as well. My pretty island. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Glad to hear that. I know my podcasting team is here. Flavius, Courtney.
Oh.
I don't see Francine as yet. But I know she'll be dropping in because she's on the front line as always. Trying to, making sure that people are getting the right medical treatment as best as possible. But before we go into your video premiere, Errol, I want to ask you this, because I saw the video, the song, listened to it as well. Tell me how you come about making this song, My Pretty Island. Unmute your mic, unmute your mic.
Thank you. My Pretty Island was written way back in 2005, believe it or not. After I'd done my album with people like Wayne and Rushton and others who played great part in my work so far, 2004.
Yeah.
And I was having a problem finishing the song because I didn't know how to conclude it. It just never hung right. And I called that lady in red there, Pam Hall, sporting the modern, new, trendy glasses.
Hello, everybody.
Legend. And she told me, she gave me the last line. I won't say the last line now, but that was how it happened. And in about 2013, we recorded the song. Of course, the foundation of that song is the great Dennis Rushton. You don't know Dennis Rushton much because you leave this country and gone in another country. But Dennis Rushton is one of our greatest instrumentalists, musicians, the smashing pianist. He uses his foot to play keys sometimes. I've been at Pegasus and he uses his heel to play the piano. I'm not kidding. Believe it or not. Flavors, you had to add that one to you, believe it or not. Dennis Rushton, you see there. So I saw him at
the piano.
Eh? Say that, Pam?
The Jimi Hendrix of the piano.
All right. He knows he knows where the keys are. And Dennis Rushton is a student I recall at Calabar, very slim student, very focused. I believe I taught him RE. And so
yes, you did.
Yes. We were doing a lot of songs, most of the songs that even people transformed later that Dennis couldn't recognize them. They were written by me and Dennis. And this is one of the songs that we did. And so to cut the story short, so we get some time to see the video. Hope it works. Dennis Rushton and I recorded in his studio. And then when the song was recorded, I said, hold on, I need somebody who can really sing to sing the song with me. And I checked out Pam Hall. That time she had done a lot of backing vocals for me. Carol Dexter did a lot too, but Pam Hall did most of my backing vocal between she and Noel Dexter's daughter, Carol Dexter. And then I said, all right, we recorded that song at, I think it's Fab 5 Studio. Then I said, Wayne by that time was doing a lot of production for me. And I said, Wayne, I need a guitar on this thing. I can't play any instrument, but I hear music in my head. And Wayne put a classic guitar on it that Rushton did not even remember. I'm telling you, Rushton did not even remember how classic this song is. And he said this morning, the guitar fits in so nicely with it. How many years hence, this song is now ready. And I had to do the honor of asking this podcast to release this video. We don't have the money to get Pam to do video and Wayne and to do live video. So we have Anya, the great Anya Gloudon, who all of you know, Miss Gloudon's daughter, big daughter. She did a graphics video with some Jamaican scenes. And my cousin, A Marie Artja, did a painting for another song, Love Your Woman, that Wayne also played, and between him and Grub Cooper did the remake of it. And so I hope the rest is history with this song. I have not had a hit song, Wayne, as you know. Rushton, you know that. But VPAL Music has it on, I understand it's on Spotify, and it's on Apple Music, and it's on Amazon, and all the other places that it will be. So give thanks. That is the background. And see my little sister there, trying to settle herself. She's on Long Island. And I haven't seen her in 2 years now because of the pandemic. And the great Brooke Rose, big time international singer, turned poet. Okay, let me not talk out the whole morning. That is the background to the song. Thank you, guys.
All right, then, without any further ado, I'm going to play the video for all those who just joined us inside the live YouTube chat room. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. And today, as I said, it's really current news in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and around the world. But today is a special launch of My Pretty Island from Errol D. Bean featuring Pam Hall, along with legendary musicians like Wayne Armond, Mr. Dennis Rushton, and more. That's all I'm going to say. So let's play the video.
Well, let's hope the video comes on.
Your mothers are praying. They're praying for fathers who have walked away. They're wishing and hoping that someday they'll come back. Oh, when will their prayers be heard? Oh, my pretty island, your mothers are crying. They're crying for children who have gone astray. Their teardrops like rivers are washing their faces. Oh, when their spirits are shattered. Let's be the comfort
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. You should see the look on all of your face this morning.
Yes. Are you ready now, Franco?
Huh?
Are you ready to share the video
yeah.
now? Okay. Thanks again, Pam Hall. What you have to say, Pam? You know, tell me something, man.
It's a lovely song. I hadn't heard it for a long time. Let me say a special greeting to Wayne. Because me and Wayne go way forward.
Forward.
Yeah, man. Beautiful song. Unfortunately, it's very, very applicable at this time.
Yes.
And as we know from the story, that wasn't deliberate. But whatever we can do with music, if it will help, if it even helps one person to feel a little better in the world, really, then it would have been worth it. It was my very great pleasure and honor to work on this song with you. And there are stuff we've done. And you're a better singer than you yourself recognize.
Say that again, Pam.
You are a better singer than you realize.
Really?
Yeah,
say that again. Let me hear what you say.
I say you are.
I'm a better singer than I realize.
Hey, Pam,
Yes,
I've been telling him that
told you.
since the first time I heard this song, Fly Jamaica. Jamaica Fly. But him don't believe me.
Yeah,
Oh my.
I've told him
Jamaica
before,
Fly
I
is
think.
Wayne again with that song.
Yes. you
And
told us, yeah.
Rushton, let's just have a word from you. Thank you. The great Rushton.
Well, Pam has pretty much said all I would have said. It was a pleasure working with you, Sir Bean.
Okay.
And it kind of feel like I've come full circle, considering that I was a student of yours at the great Calabar High School.
Rabalak.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So to become a man now and get the chance to work alongside a teacher is just an awesome experience. And to be associated with somebody I have grown to appreciate all my life, Pam Hall, you know, hearing her name on the radio and seeing her on TV and, you know, getting a chance to work alongside her was just an awesome experience. Wayne is somebody who we used to share stage at Pegasus. I used to work with Floyd folk. So when I'm working with Floyd on a Monday, he's probably at Pegasus on a Sunday. And, you know, so, you know, that kind of chemistry.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I think we probably gave each other a gig here and there.
Yes.
You know, so it was fun. The project came together nicely. I heard it again this morning, first in a while.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, what a beautiful song.
Yes.
And yes, it is true. You actually sing better than you know.
Oh my, thank you very much. You know, thank you, Dr. Dennis. You know, a very big time musician in this country, producer, told me that I couldn't sing. And the song that you did with me called When You Find Love, he told me he will pay somebody to sing it. And one of my person who played music on my song, not Wayne nor Dwight, told me that I couldn't sing. I may never believe them. But thank you for telling me that Mr. Dexter told me that I had one of the best tenor voices in Jamaica when I sang with him at the University Chapel Choir. So I thank you very much, Pam and Dennis, for saying that. And I know Wayne believe in me. I don't know how much time we have left for this, but Wayne, unless Dennis have something else to say, just give us a little word now, Virgin. We're not hearing Wayne.
Not hearing Wayne at all.
Let me unmute him. See if him.
Okay.
Where is he?
He's not muted.
No.
He's not muted. I don't know what happened.
He's not muted.
Probably something on his device.
Wayne, check if your system have muted on your computer or what device you're using. Because we're not hearing you.
You could finish Rushton. We can't stop you actually in your tracks.
No, that's pretty much what
Look
I
if your
wanted
audio,
to say.
if your audio muted,
yes.
Wayne.
Yes.
Was just turning over to Wayne now.
Yes, thanks. And I see Kennedy from Kenya. That guy in the middle there is Kennedy from Canada, a poet, and we read poetry a lot. And Brick Rose just launched her book, Dewdrops, Article Poetry in Patois and English. And I don't know who Blake Pector is, but it's all a blessing to have all of you. And I don't know why we're having technical difficulties. Can't hear Wayne.
Wayne was talking earlier this morning, so.
Yes, he spoke.
So it has to be something muted on his end.
Well, if you're ready, oh, my sister, where is she? Joan, you're off camera. Hello, Joan.
Hello.
Can you say a word? I'm not seeing your face. Just stay one place and just say you're all over the place.
All right.
All right, say something nice to me, please.
Okay.
My little
right.
sister.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Joan. Good morning.
Good morning. It's nice to see you. I've listened many times, but this is my first time live. I really appreciate the program that you've put on, and I enjoy it, and it's very informative, and it's great. Now back to my big brother.
Your only brother.
My only brother.
Yes.
Okay. I've always been his greatest fan.
Nice.
We've had a relationship from when we were very young, and it has continued, and it will always continue. You know, I left Jamaica when I was 18, actually. I went to England, I went to Scotland, I did my studies. Now I'm in the US.
Nursing. Tell them, say you're a frontline nurse.
All right, frontline nurse and midwife.
Yes, okay, right.
Okay, so yeah, but we've always been close, and when we get a chance, we always meet. Well, the pandemic has cramped our style, but that too shall pass.
Yes.
And thank you guys for inviting Errol into the podcast. I mean, I am very happy that he has a venue, you know, and more people will be able to see him, because as far as I'm concerned, you know, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Okay, see there?
That was microwave.
Thank you, my sister.
That was microwave.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Let's see if Wayne Mike is available again. No, still nothing coming out of Wayne.
Oh, what are you saying, man? Oh, man. Anyway, LaShawna must be wondering when they are going to get to my book. You're good, LaShawna.
Is that Wayne now? Yes. Yes, Wayne now.
All right, cool.
All right.
First thing I'd like to ask is, why isn't Pam Hall, maybe I'm wrong, but why isn't Pam Hall getting her honors today?
She not get any yet.
Good question, Wayne. I asked that question.
But I just assumed that Pam Hall had gotten.
No.
No, Pam, have you ever gotten national honors for your work?
No.
I guess we need to lobby that for the next year.
No, man, this is serious.
Yes, we have to send a petition. We have to lobby that for next year.
A lot of Jamaican people don't know the contribution. They don't know the contribution that I'm not even including myself, because I might be the most, myself and Pam might be the most visual out there internationally.
Yes.
But they don't know how much work Dennis do. Them don't know the beautiful songs that you have composed, Mr. B. And when you talk about singing, don't I ask you already if you have perfect pitch?
You told me that.
Because I never have to use a pitch corrector on your voice.
You see that? And you recorded a lot of my songs.
A lot. Yeah, man. So anyway, my pretty island. I just remember the beautiful piano bed that Dennis created for you. And maybe a few words of the melody. I haven't heard it in quite a long time. I'm looking forward to hear it now. And bless up everyone. And my friend Flavius, good to see you, my brother.
You have a friend.
I remember when we used to dribble the football.
He told me.
I don't know.
You play football together?
Yes, I don't know how capable I am now.
Neither him. He can't play again.
For a man who was as round as the football, I've never seen a man dribble so beautiful.
Maradona.
Yeah. And the skills.
Yes.
Anyway, people, that Mr. Bean, very lovely sister.
Thank you.
First seeing you and knowing you. Very
June.
nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Nice seeing you as well. Yeah.
If we're ready, let's pump up the video.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Wayne.
And let's get Pam as a national hero.
No, we have to lobby for this.
Yes, it's something we have to lobby for.
And then after she
Well,
gets
thank you all for your kind comments and your confidence in me. I appreciate it.
Hey,
Yes.
Errol, Mr. Bean.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have the video in your box there that we could because mine already played out to the YouTube.
You're not getting it?
No. Can you share it from your folder now?
You have to give me. You will allow me to.
I allow you. It's already given.
Oh goodness. All right. Let me put down this and see. You see, I said I was going to get
So
the
that
video,
they can see it as well.
You want me to share it, Franco?
Yes,
Please.
you can share it from if you can share it from your angle so that all the Zoom participants this morning can see it.
Oh, this
as
is
well.
crazy.
So
But
I can share now?
Yeah, man, go
Yes,
ahead.
I found it actually. So if
Go
Flavors
ahead.
can't.
Go ahead, Errol. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Let me open it. Hold on. I have to stop it now and then. Okay. How do I do this now?
Just hit the share screen.
I had to get. Oh yes, get back to the Zoom, share,
And make sure it's
All right.
playing from your side as well.
Yes.
Beautiful. There you go.
I'm gonna play it now.
Sound.
I'm not hearing any sound, Mr. B.
You're not hearing it?
No sound, no
that's-
sound, but the
no
video
Franco.
showing.
I mean,
Turn up your volume.
Oh,
Still no sound.
what? Oh my goodness.
Somebody said you have to share the sound as well, Mr. B.
Yeah.
Hello? Say that again, please.
Someone
You're not
just-
sharing the sound.
No, but it's just one thing I play and
Right.
I don't
you
know
can
what's
stop it and I will play the audio. I have the audio.
All right then,
So
please.
stop it and
just-
start
start
it
it
back
over,
over.
start it
Start it
over.
back over and let me play the audio.
Oh, okay. So we go to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
You
no,
ready?
just stop. Hold on.
Go.
Let me get for going on my screen share.
Yes. What a fight.
1 minute.
You were actually seeing the actual graphics?
Yeah, we see the video, but we're not seeing.
Yeah, man, the video is playing nicely.
1 minute. 1 minute.
And wonder what's happening. My goodness. What an enemy.
Don't worry yourself.
That means there's something special with this song here.
Yeah,
Believe it.
Don't worry yourself. Stop the
Camera-
screen sharing and let me get in.
Go back to screen sharing.
Stop it.
No,
just
it
stop
is still be.
No, just stop
Oh,
it
stop
for
it.
1 minute. Yeah.
Yes.
I can get into my audio.
What a disaster.
All right.
It's not a disaster.
Are you
What
ready
is
now?
it?
Are you ready now?
What am I to do? Share again?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me. All right. So I've found it. Sharing. I'm gonna play now. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
your mothers are praying. They are praying for father. Have walked away. They are wishing and hoping that someday they'll come back. Oh, when will their prayers be heard? Oh, my pretty island, your mothers are crying. They're crying for children who have gone astray. Their teardrops like rivers are washing their faces. Oh, when will their children Oh, my pretty island, your mothers are grieving. They're grieving for babies, some slain by the gun. Their hearts are broken, their spirits are shattered. Let's be the comfort they
Wow.
Did you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wonderful.
thank you.
I'm seeing this for the first. It's lovely.
Say that again, Pam.
I'm seeing this for the first time. It's lovely.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Wonderful.
To remind
Thank
me
you
of a
very much.
soundtrack I once
Flavors
heard.
did tell me that it was wonderful. And in fact, he said that it didn't even need any graphics to carry the song. That's how much he believed in the tonality and the instrumentation and the presentation. And I, you know, there's a spiritual lesson for me here. You see, anytime you go and boast, I don't know if the most I making sure that I stay humble, if I am humble, because this morning, maybe I would have feel too big this morning, my head was swell if everything did work right. So I accept that as part of the spiritual thing for me. And as long as the people have seen it, no, it is my spiritual understanding of things. So after this, I'll put it up on my YouTube channel and it will be on Facebook, and I will do this. But I had to do the honor of the Real Stuff podcast, who I am not ashamed to say has given me a voice. It's the first time reading poems publicly. Wayne told me, Mr. Bean, why don't you record some of your poems? And because of Wayne, I have recorded some of my poems, like the Black African Bloom to the Right, excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. That should have been played on radio today, but they're not gonna play it. And other songs, other poems. I Man is a Black Man. Give thanks to M, Marlon, M, for the drum, the Kete drum or whichever drum it was. I don't know the difference between Kete and Nyabingi drum. But I'm just saying, today is a blessing for me. And when I did my album in 2004, I said, Wayne, I want to do this album that if I die, this is my legacy. Well, I'm not ready for that yet, straight. I have more things to do. And I give thanks to Rushton, Pam, and Dennis, and all those who have worked. Thank you very much. And I know it's time to bring in your other guest. Don't know if our other guests will stay with us, but it's nice having you. If you have to go, we'll understand. But those who can stay, give some love to LaShawna. First, I'm meeting her.
LaShawna, big love. Before I sign up, Mr. B, I sign up on it, I want to say one thing. Just listening to the song now. You said that it's Barbara Gloudon's daughter who put this thing together, right?
Yes, yes.
When I was a child, they had a pantomime. I used to go pantomime. Parents would take me to pantomime.
Yes.
They had a pantomime named Queenie's Daughter.
Me see it.
They did an album.
Yes.
I used to play that album continuously.
Yes.
And listen to the songs. And when I listen to My Pretty Island, I think if Barbara Gloudon is still writing pantomime,
yes,
you should try and get her to incorporate this song into a pantomime. It's going to do two things. It's going to make everyone who come to that pantomime aware of your song.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that it can fit in to something like that live, just like how I hear you and Pam doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. So in lieu of getting earplay,
yes,
if there's a pantomime or a play that would put that on and do live recordings like that, then it might bring you a lot more.
Thank you very much, Wayne. We could talk all morning for 2 hours on this song, but I respect the fact that we have another guest. So Wayne, look, what you have said to me is prophetic, and that's all I've always wanted. One of my songs to be in a play. And Anya, I know that there is a team of people writing the pantomime, and it's a pandemic. So I will talk to Anya about it and relay this to our legendary mom. Thank you very much, guys. Bless you all. And let's turn now. Franco, please take it away and bring in your other guest.
Okay, Franco, thanks for having us. Pam and Dennis,
always welcome, Wayne. Always.
Thank you all.
Pleasure, man.
It's all right.
Always.
So this morning, the Real Stuff podcast, welcome once again LaShawna Griffith to our show. And LaShawna is going to talk to us about her book, Melanin Drops. So I'm going to ask LaShawna to step up to the mic. Welcome, LaShawna.
Hi, thank you guys for having me. Before I say anything, Mr. Bean, I really enjoyed your song as well as Pam. It was so soothing to listen to you. I listened with my eyes closed and I was teleported. I was teleported to Jamaica. So such a beautiful, well-written song. And I hope that, persons in Jamaica would play it on the radio stations because it's such a beautiful song. Well done.
Thank you. I send it to you and you can send it to your people in Barbados.
I love your backdrop this morning, LaShawna.
Bless you.
Yes, of course.
I love that. Freedom or freedom.
Thank you.
All right. So welcome once again, and this time we have you promoting your book, Melanin Drops. And I am sure I'm excited to hear to know the title already, but I want to hear more about the book. So go ahead, please.
No problem. So hi guys, this is my name is LaShawna Griffith. I'm an award-winning published poet and author from beautiful Barbados. I'm 27 And I like to say 27.12 because my birthday is on Monday.
Right.
And I'm going to be 28 on Monday the 25th.
Okay.
So Melanin Drops. Melanin Drops is, as the name suggests, a book about melanin and the things that would have made Black people, drop slavery, white supremacy, suppression. But I also wanted to look at love and sex and all those different things. So the book is in 3 chapters. The first one is called A Man Without History is a Ship Without a Sail. And this chapter looks at, it has 15 pieces. And the first one is called Eve, Creator of Life. So, the biblical story, Adam and Eve, Adam, gift of God, and Eve, the creator. Look at it in Hebrew. So that poem talks about, the woman being the source of life, the African Black queen. So it pays homage to her. Then you go into the belch of racism, which is the second piece. The belch of racism has a pungent odor. And that piece was inspired here in Barbados. We had a guy who made some very racist comments earlier last year. And a lot of the comments, when I was reading them, the person said like, oh, he got a Black friend. And I was like, no, your friendship has always been one-sided as far as I'm concerned. So I wrote this piece. Then you have the one that I have up here, freedom or freedom, right? Then next one is Black Friday, Candidate C, bloodstains. If I could see one more time, bloodstains on my wedding dress, voiceless, 1 + 1. Sometimes I called you Grandfather Lester. So Grandfather Lester is a poem that I really enjoyed writing. Here in Barbados, and in the Caribbean, you hear about these Canfield murders and how they were done by old men. And I wanted to play on that and have a story where I don't outwardly say that Grandfather Lester was a killer, but Grandfather Lester was a killer. And then in Loving Memory, and I end the first chapter with a piece called Sleep Well Camo, which is dedicated to the life of Camo Brathwaite. So that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 is called I Never Knew I Could Love Like This, and it contains 7 poems which speak about Black love, Black intimacy, and it goes down that line. And then chapter 3 is my favorite chapter, Holla Hard, Don't Back Down Now. So that is the call to action, and it ends with a piece called The Revolution is Coming, which asks persons to really think and reflect about the fact that the revolution is happening. We're on the cuff of it. And what you do in this fight, it's your golden hour. So that is what the book is about in totality. 32 poems about Blackness, about melanin, about melanating persons, written by a Black young woman, very, 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 very passionate about promoting, Blackness and why anti-racism is important, especially at a time where we're seeing the forward movements of reparations, reparatory justice, and we're seeing the forward march. And I think that this book, even though it's a book that persons can read in their leisure, there's also a form of education and agitation to be taken from the book.
Can we get a couple of the Black Love?
Yeah.
Can I get a couple of the Black Love?
Poem?
Yeah.
To read.
Yeah. To read. Read a couple if you don't mind. Or one from each chapter.
Okay, so I'll do one from chapter 1. Yeah. This one is called The Belch of Racism Has a Pungent Odor. The belch of racism has a pungent odor, and we are all smelling the rot. For 400 years, your kind colonized us. Now you tell me a Black friend you got, when for years your friendship has always been one-sided. It's us serving you and smelling what our hearts are broken. It's you owning us and giving us names we never wanted. So you telling me you got a Black friend means nothing because you never understood friendship. So miss me with that BS. We've been fighting for our voices to be heard. We've been fighting to be seen as equal in this world. We've been fighting to end years of colonialism, and despite this, you still own the means of production, and you don't give a damn who you trample upon to get it, as long as you maintain your profit margin while marginalizing all of those who have melanin. So yeah, when you belch, all I smell is the pungent odor of your racist behavior. You call me a nigger, but get vexed that I call you a racist and say that we're revolting your race because your racism is too much to bear. So we bear fists because your race is just an ism and we begin to march. If you think for 1 second we are happy, think again, because our happiness left when you orchestrated to take us from our homeland and force us to work for you for free. But in the year 2020, you got the audacity to call us niggers and say we should go back to our homeland. But without us, you won't have those multi-million-dollar companies that you like to boast and brag about, whose millions were earned on Bailey's plantation from the millions of slaves who died and were never paid because they paid with their souls and their bodies. But the problem ain't only you. The problem is systematic racism that government after government allows through, and we muddle through these muddy walkers only to once again work for you because you controlled what we learned. Because instead of shackles and chains, you control what we learn. And you teach us everything but our history, but your history filled with elitism and segregation. So the problem is only you. The problem is white supremacy. Taking down Nelson was only a part of it. For too many years, you stood tall facing Parliament and never pardoned your speech. You held governments by the throats and demanded the system always be skewed. So when we say screw you, you get vexed because you're supposed to say Kadir when you make your racist comments. Unfortunately, a man cannot change more than what he's been taught to believe. So when you belch, your racism supersedes because you believe you were above us. But the last time I checked, you are the same human as us. The Belcher racism has a pungent odor. The Belcher racism has a pungent odor. We are all smelling the rot. For 400 years, your kind colonized us. Now you tell me a black friend you got, when for years your friendships have always been one-sided. Thank you.
Massive. Franco, bombshell.
Wow.
Yeah.
This one is
Awesome.
a bombshell. All right.
Okay,
Love
so
now.
from chapter 2.
So while you're looking for the other one, I hope I don't distract you. We can look.
No
The
problem.
belch is actually you're moving from the analogy of a real belch when somebody has eaten some bad food and it smells awful. Wow, there's a very graphic analogy you've used there, and I've heard the point someplace. I don't know if it's on this podcast or you have a video of it, but I've been intrigued by this poem, and I am happy that you were able to record it for us live this morning. Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you. When I wrote it, I thought about a belch, like, you know, and how pungent that is. And I wanted to take that odor and show how nasty racism is, right? And for me, when I hear people saying that they have a black friend, I want them to understand that back in slavery, there was no such thing as friendship between those of us who were black and those who were white. It was never equal friendship. It was always this subservience. So a lot of people say that to counteract the fact that they may have some forms of racist tendencies. You know, I got a black friend, but that's not it. Because the friendship it's always one-sided. It's always biased by the privileges that person may have, you know, and a lot of times persons don't check the privileges because a lot of times we are ignorant to the fact that we are still there in a form of systematic racism, you know, and we don't really question a lot of things that happen in the Caribbean. Case in point, if you look at, for example, in Barbados, Lord Nelson was standing in Independence Square. And if that is an irony, I don't know what it is. So in the piece, when I wrote that for many years, you stood tall facing Parliament, that's exactly where Lord Nelson was, right? And these norms that have gone into our laws and our jurisprudence have remained despite us claiming that, you know, we're independent. Hence why I have this behind me, freedom or freedom. right? So it's interesting to me when I think about these things. And then I write about them as a way to agitate, because it's nice to write books and it's great to write books, but I think that people should understand and get a little bit of education as well as entertainment.
Quickly, a question before you read the next poem.
Sure.
Have you heard the expression in Barbados? Oh, she beautifully but black. Beautiful but black. You heard that there?
I have heard it, and I have a whole piece dedicated to it called Dark Candy Man. Because I don't know, it goes back. I think a lot of times we don't realize the psychological damage that slavery did, because in slavery, with the plantation model, right, it was whites, mulattoes, blacks, and we have taken that logic even into 21st century, where for me, I am dark, and if I go into Swan Street in Bridgetown, you will hear darky, you look good for a darky. There's a dark woman, but you got a little shine. You look good, even though you're dark. And I'm like, but I can't just look good. I look good, but I dark. So it's a bit of like a backhanded compliment. And I find that now, with the rise and the Black Lives Matter and the movement that's going on, you know, seeing like Amanda Goring speak at Joe Biden's inauguration and all these good things happening, and the movement that is starting, I'm finding that people now have, and I'm going to put this in quotations, a black fetish. So now, you know, when I walk down the streets, they're like, sweet girl, and so on and so forth, because now they realize, you know, that black women are acceptable, right? Before it was the red woman. Everybody didn't want a red woman. Nobody didn't want a body that dark. But now it's becoming a new niche. Yes, a browning. So now it's becoming a niche that people now are looking at darkest skinned girls, and it's now this new fad. And when that fad ends, sorry to say it, we're going to be back to the old plantation model once again.
True. Excellent. I must just say this. Walter Rodney, the Guyanese who was banned from Jamaica. You know of him, right?
Yes, he wrote The Wretched of the Earth.
Yes, and the other just on a massive book too. But let me go on quickly so that you can.
Europe, underdeveloped
Africa. Massive book. No, look. You know what he did? The intellectuals who went to Britain to study, what did he do? Instead of coming back with a white wife, like many of them, even pastors I know left Jamaica, went abroad to study, come back with white wives. He came back with a black woman as his wife, and he was different. Thanks for raising that.
Thank you. I'm going to skip to the last chapter and then come back to the loved one, because because this one that I have, wait, let me make sure I have it. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but this is actually, I'm looking at the book here on Amazon. I don't know if you guys can see.
It's not too clear, but because light is strong.
Send us a picture later, please.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. The cover is really beautiful. Okay, there it is. The piece I'm going to do is called Black Fashion, and it goes back to what Mr. Bean was just asking. And this one was inspired by the famous words, I like black because it's slimming. So I'm going to explain in a few minutes why black is slimming. And it's a very interesting piece, one of the favorites for me when I wrote it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. Aha, great. Got it. They say my black skin is a color that they love, but only when it is in fashion, because black is a slimming color. But for too many years, our people were slimming because Master wasn't feeding us enough to get fat. He was too busy fattening his pockets off our pocketed labor that lined his bank account. They love my black skin, but only when it's a color that they can appropriate with their big lips and big buttocks, curvaceousness, and they accept all parts of our culture, but they struggle to accept us as human beings. They make it seem as though it is wrong to publicly appreciate human beings whose colors and heritage can be found in every corner of history, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the modern day inventions that you use, but you cannot say that you like Black people publicly. So it's much easier for you to say you like Black as a color because it's slimming. You love the color Black, but only when it's on the runway, on women who are starved of both love and attentions, whose bones are on the verge of breaking because they starve themselves for this runway shape. While they throw up in the bathroom, and the Black they wear covers the darkness in their souls, for they cannot even stomach to look at themselves. They can only bear to see themselves in the camera when it flashes. Each flash a pose of pain, a pose of anguish, a pose of the heart our ancestors feel. To know that the color Black is a fashion statement worn by those who are ignorant to the struggles of that our foreparents bore, while slaving every day to ensure that our culture and our norms were the two things that master couldn't take from us. But yet we stand here looking at this runway and watch our colonizers put Black on their backs, and we cannot help but feel rage, almost like they're parading slavery. They continue to use our race for their profit and will claim that slavery ended years ago, but is that so? When we witness these companies making millions off our Blackness, but do not appreciate Black people, but they are the first at the hairdresser to get cornrows, when the only roads that Black people are reminded of is the penitentiary, where our Black brothers sit in rows awaiting trial for petty offenses, while the white-collar criminal roams free. So you can imagine why it's hard for me to sit here watching your naive self put cornrows in your hair and claim that you're woke when the only thing you've woken from is your sleep. They claim, excuse me, they say that Black is a beautiful color. But will they stand up and fight with us? Do they understand why anti-racism must be the new normal? Why they must join us in the fight for reparations? Why they must join us in the fight for Black lives? Do they get it? Black is not just a mere color. It is a color that's filled with a dark history. It is witch, change, bondage, segregation, genocide, and extreme levels of poverty. It is songs of freedom, obey voodoo, and a grandmother's prayers. It's our ancestors refusing to give up and rioting despite all of their fears. Black is melanin, emperors, queens, princesses. Black is not just a color or a new buzzword. Black is the sound of the Congo drums, the fire of freedom, and the revolution that is to come.
The only reason why you're not hearing this is a bombshell from Franco is because he's in a different studio where he doesn't have it. But it is a bombshell. See Courtney coming on there now.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes. You see that LaShawna, you see this young lady here named Brick Rose?
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't brought her camera on, but she has a poem, not to steal your thunder.
Mm-hmm.
She has a poem called As He Made Me.
Mm-hmm.
Sentiments like yours. And I think you should link together. She'll be on next week, Friday, all things being well, I think, Courtney confirming. So maybe you could come on and get to link with her. And because both of you have a lot in common. And I really appreciate your style of writing. You perform these poems live from memory, or you read them?
The first one that I did, I performed it from memory.
Really?
The Belcher Racism, yeah. This one, I am still learning it. So I did have my phone here as a guide. 79% of it I know, but it's a very long piece. Actually, if you guys saw it, it's like 4 pages in length.
Okay, epic.
Yeah, so when I write, I tend to write and just enjoy the moment and let the ancestors guide me as they will. I just listen and go.
Yeah, and the good thing about your writing, they are creative prose. They're not just poetry with rhythms and in terms of rhymes. You're actually delving into creative prose, which can be delivered as speeches as well as addresses. So you're really spanning 2 genres of writing, or if I may say that.
LaShawna, I have a question.
Yeah, Blaze.
I have a question for you, LaShawna. October the 30th, Barbados will be moving away from the British monarch, right? You have anything in the book that related to that?
You
Or
mean
you're working
Republic?
on something? Yeah.
No, actually. The reason is for me, when I wrote the book, I was hearing about Republic. We only heard recently about the former Governor General being appointed to be the president of Barbados come November 30th. So I didn't focus on that because my major focus is reparations and reparatory justice. That's my major focus at this time. And I feel like that needs to happen as well as republicanism. So that's where my major fight is, to answer your question.
Okay. I know you're an entrepreneur as well, right? So
Yes,
tell
I
us how the book, where we can find the book to purchase it, and
Okay, great.
things
So
like that. Yeah, because I know people are
yes, so the book is available on
anticipating.
Amazon for $4.99 USD, which converts to about $10.20 Barbados. Is available on all Amazon platforms in the ebook. You can also get the hardcover where you would have the beautiful image of me on the front of it. It also has 3 pictures on the inside. The photography was done by Stone with Cupid Photography, and the pictures are absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoy that.
Yeah, I love that picture. I love that picture.
Yeah, as Courtney said, I am an entrepreneur. I'm the owner of Right PR Services, which is a public relations company here in Barbados, where we seek to promote and give brands maximum visibility for affordable costs. So that's it in a nutshell, what I do, as well as do poetry and perform and enjoy being creative every day. I get paid to be creative. Life is, can't get any better than that, right? The final poem I'm going to do is one of my favorites. It's from the section of I Never Knew I Could Love Like This. And a few years ago, I saw a picture on Facebook by a friend of mine, Bonnie Harty, and she had this picture of a Black couple in a bathtub. And I thought it was the most beautiful photo I've ever seen. So this piece is called I Can Love You Anywhere on Earth.
Wow.
Cornrows in her hair, love on her mind, happiness in her heart, a smile on her face. She's happy and radiating love in all of her veins. She is Bonnie and is love with Clyde. She thinking about him and how much her love creates an orange mist that binds them together, hip to hip, rib to rib, cheek to cheek, toe to toe. Happiness is making her chocolate skin glow. He's sitting there behind her, but she is unaware of how much he loves her. Love is in the air. His tattoo is of her name and he wears it proudly on his chest. This is not a typical love story. This is the best of the best. In a small space where you and I belong. We don't want to be inside this world. We are in our own world because you and I belong in this space. We can be anywhere in the world, thousands of meters apart, but still our love will shine bright because you and I can meet any place work. Even in this long white bathtub where bubbles form to the beat of our bodies in unison as we celebrate our love. Because this is not a typical love story, as here we are confessing our love in an old bathtub.
Wow.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
Yes, lady. Bring out the real thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Can't but stop comparing it with Brick Rose, Every poem you read, she has something to do with that. You really, both of you should really get together.
I am down for it. So, Miss Rose, I'm going to be sliding in your DMs.
All right. I love that. I love that.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Love what you do. You blaze the fire, but you
Blaze
still
it.
have, yes, man, but you're still expressing the love because we need that love for each other and love for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to talk to. We're
Thank
going to
you.
have to talk.
No problem. Thank you so much, Pam. I am honored.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
Right.
Courtney. Sir Courtney.
Yeah, Errol, what's
I
up?
know you are big on the lived poems, whether they are love or cultural poems. I what are you going to say to this young lady here? I'm sure you know more about her than I do about those poems.
Well, I'm like speechless, but I'm just saying that, LaShawna Griffith is just a wonderful, amazing poetess. And I listen to her all day. And, just want to big her up and, thank her very much for appearing on the Real Stuff podcast.
Very engaging.
Thank you so much for having me.
I think this is the first we have her as a poet this morning, right? Because you have been on the panel for the Carifacana Youths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been.
Yes.
I have been on it, but I never got to share my work because of my schedule is really crazy these days. Today's the first day that I actually have a few hours to myself. I'm always on the go and on the road, working.
She ready for the road.
Okay. Kennedy, you two are right up like some of those living poems. What you have to say to this queen here, your black sister? Well, she's your sister, just happen to be black. Kennedy? Okay, it's coming on now. Unmute.
Need you unmute, yeah.
Yes.
Mute again.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
So it is a pleasure being here. LaShawna, it is your book contains very beautiful poems, and they are very lovely. And I just like your accent. I just like how you bring your message and the topics that you've decided to write on. They are really amazing. I just really love your work, and looking forward to hearing so much more from that particular perspective. Greetings and have a blessed day.
Thank you, and I love your accent as well. So thank you so much.
So like Mandela. Yes.
I hope to come back to Kenya one day for a longer stay.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Most welcome.
Okay. Great Pam Hall, man.
Yeah,
great man.
Yeah, man, I would just like to stress something. There's some people who sing songs, write poems, whatever, and they tend to want to dismiss songs of love.
Yes.
And love is so important for us. Love for your children, love for your partner in life, love for your family, love for yourself, and love for your neighborhood. If we loved each other as people more, we would make so much more progress.
Definitely.
Agreed.
So that's a huge part of everything,
Yes.
It is.
Yes. You're going to give us another last poem, you said?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, is it time, Franco?
One more before we have the summary.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure. Let me just put it up. Great. I have it here ready and raring to go. Where is it? Good. Got it. It's actually one that's behind me. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, we've seen it.
So this piece is called Freedom or Freedom. Freedom is not free. It is years of racism with a sprinkle of misogyny. It is colorism personified. It is shackles of brutality. It is the indentation of the whip in our back. There's no such thing as complete freedom. Because to be free is a fallacy, because we're never truly free, because the system has us chained and in bondage to consumerism, where we buy everything except police brutality and the notion of independence, because we are not sovereign. We know freedom is a fallacy, told to us by countries who raped us, burned us at the stake, and told us that our culture and our history is not as superior as theirs after they came and took our culture, all in the name of imperialism. Don't tell me that I'm free, because to be free is to be able to have freedom, and we ain't free of them. We are still enslaved. If we were truly free, they would not censor us. They will not tell us that we must use the Queen's English, that English that she forced down our throats, the same way she forced her ideologies on the Caribbean while parading with the bounty of sugar crop on her head, and she calls it a crown. We aren't free because they're still hunting us, pop pops, 2-gun shots, and for what? Nothing. They come in and try to bury us alive, or they put our foots on our necks until we can't breathe and hope that the judge will be lenient. So why we claim to have freedom again? I am so confused. Freedom to do what? Free them, freedom, free us, freedom and free. Our ancestors paid the price, the Amerindians paid the price. So when they sing the land of the free, whose land are they referring? When we say we are in a free state, are we really claiming to be free because interdependence is real strong? And frankly, we are not even independent of our own tongue. So what are we celebrating? If we're free, then we should be able to use our dialect in public spaces without censorship and say Corblen and Rasol as a greeting. We should be able to use our language and all the colorful adjectives and not be afraid to be heard because we are free to speak our native tongue. If we were free, we'll be able to walk the streets in our national dress and feel proud that we are wearing the colors that our ancestors fought for, that they rioted for, that they lost their lives for. Instead, we are free to wear uniforms resembling the plantocracy. So are we really free? I ain't finished yet, and yes, this piece real long, but if freedom is for all, are we free? Are we free to assemble? Because last time I checked, certain assemblies are frowned upon because they're not in line with the teaching of Christians. So if my assembly is ostracized, am I free? There's no such thing as a freedom. That's the lie told to make us more comfortable. But if you study it, you would make persons accountable for the shit that they are feeding us, because we ain't got no freedom. We got sanctions, we got norms, we got values. But if we were completely free, Massa wouldn't have us on Blady's. Massa don't got us, on Blady's plantation, but he have us in the tourism sector for all to see, scrubbing toilets to the bleach bun we hand, and we are handed a mere few $100s while he sits in his office and enjoys the AC. Then when I come and tell me we are free, I strongly disagree. Because when I look at the world, 7% control the cash flow while the rest suffer. We got presidents, prime ministers, and queens setting the rules for us to follow. And if we don't follow them, our freedom is taken away and we are put in a penal institution. So are we truly free? Are we free? Is it freedom, or are we free to be constantly doomed?
Yep.
Question of the day.
Well, I'm going to ask, before I say thank you, I'm going to ask Courtney to do the summary for us this morning. Courtney?
Yes, thank you, Franco. Well, this morning and afternoon too, in some places, we had the premiere of My Pretty Highland, the video. Surely it was like wonderful to see our guests, Wayne Armond, Dennis Rushton, and we didn't see Anya Gloudon on screen, and also the great, legendary Pam Hall. And surely, it's a great video, great song, and I hope that, Jamaica will learn to appreciate the song, as it says, My Pretty Highland. And so we also had LaShawna Griffith, a wonderful, amazing poetess, entrepreneur, a woman of substance, a phenomenal woman with her poetry. And surely, as her last poem that she read says, freedom or freedom, And surely, I guess we all who have listened, got the message. So just thanking all our guests, our listeners, viewers, of the Real Stuff podcast. Back to you, Franco.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Courtney.
I want to thank all of you this morning for taking time out and for spending some time with us. And I do ask you to join us again tomorrow when we do it all over again. I want you to please remember to subscribe, like, and share the video. The object of this channel is to educate you and to entertain you as well. And remember that the Real Stuff podcast is your Caribbean podcast, okay?
Just one thing, Franco.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, as LaShawna mentioned many times, reparation, that next Monday we'll be having Professor Vereen Shepherd to discuss those matters. So it's Monday the 25th.
Yes.
At the same time, same place, the Real Stuff podcast.
All right. Give thanks, sir. Give thanks.
Nice.
As we've been talking about love all morning, and there's something I just want to I don't know if you heard the news that Colin Powell died.
Yes.
From complication of COVID-19.
Like age 83.
And
what?
And
yes.
I'm telling you, it's really. To me, it's a sad moment for me this morning, honestly, because it was somebody that I respect a lot, even though sometimes, in political views, usually be different, But as a person, I love him. I love him as a person because I remember him back in 1970 something when they had the invasion in Grenada, and he was the one that led the troops there. Back then I knew of him because I was a cadet at Up Park Camp, and that's how I knew, came to know of him. But today, it's really sad to have lost another great black man,
Another Caribbean.
Yeah, and it's a Caribbean
person.
man, Jamaican parentage,
Yeah.
So I hope that his family and friends, who are mourning, will remember and celebrate the good things that, he did, all right? So just live and love every moment of your life, and be grateful for each new day. Cherish your family and your friends. Bless others and keep the faith. Never lose hope, and remember, prayer changes things. Regardless of what religion you belong to, you must pray and continue to pray. So on behalf of my podcasting team, Flavius, Courtney, Errol, Francine and Max Wanet, and myself, have a joyful morning, a joyful afternoon, or a joyful evening, depending on your time zone. And we're just gonna ask Stafina to take us out of here this morning. So until tomorrow, take care of yourself and your loved ones, all right? Bless.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Blessings.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what said me if it go flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out outside. Me I fi take away me say.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Shorty, I leave her I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist, but this relationship I'm gonna desist.